Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're doing a bit of a showcase of the new legend that has arrived over on OPTC that is treasure map HINA. And in today's video, I have two pieces of content for you guys, both Garp challenges. We're starting off against Worst Generation, where we're going to showcase her delaying effects, as well as the ore block shenanigans that she can provide, and then we're going to dive into some hybrid stuff against Revolution Army 2 and really showcase the power of what that 10 turns of ore block can do. So we're going to start it off with the Worst Generation, and as you guys can see here, we are running a mono quick team. Now, HINA is a captain. She not only boosts Cerebral and Striker characters, which is very, very strong because Uta is a thing. 6-star Uta is exactly the same, but she also boosts quick, very much like Uta boosts int. HINA actually boosts quick as well, and you guys will see in the second part of this video that we actually hybrid the two of them up, and they make a very, very good pairing. As a captain, she's a 5.25 times captain when slots match, 4.5 times otherwise, HP by 1.3, and 10% damage reduction. Delays all enemies for one turn at a fixed chance, based on the total of damage dealt from normal attacks in one turn. So she has the same effect that Katakuri has, V1 Katakuri, where if you do 100,000 damage, you have a 20% chance to delay. If you do 500,000 damage, you have a 50% chance, and over 1 million, you have a 100% chance to delay. If you do over 200 million damage, you then get a guaranteed delay no matter what, and you lock your slots for the first 10 turns of the fight. Now, as you guys saw at the beginning of this quest, we actually got our slots locked, and in Garp challenges, you actually start with a full board of orbs, so HINA is going to be an absolute demon for running Garp challenges. Unfortunately, they aren't a monthly thing anymore. However, if you pull this legend and you are struggling with some of your Garp challenges, HINA is going to be very, very good for that. We actually are utilizing the Akainu versus Akainu to help us get those extra quick slots, and then we can use his burn ability to get around this rogue stage. This is where her delay actually comes in clutch. You take a lot less damage from your rogue because of it, whether you get it on the first turn or the second turn with the guaranteed on the million. It works out quite nicely here, and then actually on the third turn, we're going to activate Shirahoshi Mancherry. We're going to turn all of our orbs into rainbow orbs, and now from here, we just have rainbow orbs for the rest of the fight. Being able to lock a full board of rainbow orbs either at the start of the quest with characters like Shirahoshi, with characters like, V1 Shirahoshi, Halloween Shirahoshi, or even stuff like Shirahoshi and Mancherry V1, just locking those rainbow orbs just means that you just keep them for 10 turns. You can't have them change. Wano orbs as well with characters like Hiyori, which, again, you guys will see in the next part of the video. It's incredibly powerful, and it's a lot of fun doing. It's not, super broken because you could really get around doing stuff like that anyway. However, the ability to do so from the very start of the fight, and for 5-stage content, you literally have them for the entire fight, is very, very powerful. Her special is very strong as well. She gives you a 2.75 times orb boost to quick, cerebral, and strikers. She also gives you 6 turns of defense up removal, as well as 6 turns of attack down removal, and reduces your damage taken by 80%. The damage reduction is kind of whatever, but as you guys saw on that previous stage, getting the 2.75 times orb boost when you are doing these orb blocking shenanigans is very, very strong. If you do have an orb boost as well, she then becomes an attack booster for cerebral and striker characters by 2.25, and a base attack booster for quick characters at plus 1000. Now, it's a little bit annoying because the attack boost is for isn't for quick characters, it's just for strikers and cerebrals, where the base stat booster is actually only for quick. So when you are doing team building, you kind of have to keep that in mind if you are utilizing a double HINA turn, where you're utilizing one HINA special to get the orb boost, and then one HINA special to get the attack and the base stat boost. You kind of want to build a quick cerebral striker team, or quick cerebral, quick striker, whichever way you want to go about it. But nevertheless, utilizing two HINAs is definitely an option. Whilst we are still pretty much in the hybrid meta, and running hybrid captains works way better than running two of the same character as captain anyway. Can be it can still be viable. It's just not as prevalent as what we saw. Now, as you guys saw here, it's very easy to get over 2 million damage, literally just with the super type of HINA and normal attacks from 4 characters nowadays with a 5.25 times captain. It was very easy to actually get the 2 million damage and then break through the delay immunity to get that delay on all 3 of the Onigashima trio. So getting the delay off is actually fairly easy because HINA's captain's so strong. However, it's not exactly a playstyle that I personally love. Nevertheless, it's definitely one that you can definitely build around, as getting delay every single turn is very powerful. However, be mindful that if you do delay, it doesn't stop stuff like interrupts. It doesn't stop things that are planned on stage 2 or stage 3. if you are utilizing that. So that was the worst generation, showcasing a lot of ore blocking from HINA, which is great, as well as the delay mechanic against your rogue and the final stage. Let's move on to the hybrid team against Revolution Army 2 now. Alright, so onto more of a speed team now with the hybrid capability of HINA and Uta. That's the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, this team is very cerebral-centric. However, when you are hybriding Uta with HINA, you can bring a lot of strikers as well, because both of these characters are cerebral striker boosters. Now, if you have Uta, which I feel like a lot of people should have summoned for when the film Red Celebration first began, you are going to be in good stead. But as you guys can see here, when you run something like Hiyori, you can actually get access to a full board of Wano slots on the very first turn. And with HINA as our captain, we can actually get access to locking them for 10 turns, which means for the first 10 turns of the fight, that includes like preemptives and stuff, normally you'll get 5 turns out of them if there's a preemptive every single turn. However, as you guys saw here, there wasn't, so we actually like managed to get an extra turn there. And if you can kill stuff on the first turn, that ore blocking effect is going to be very, very nice. But a bit of a hindrance I did find with HINA is if you actually do too much damage and you get the delay off on stages where you know like the enemy will run away, or you know you'll get extra damage from somewhere, like end of turn or something like that, you're actually still going to lose a turn because you actually get the delay mechanic. It actually showed on the Garp's challenge on the very first turn when I was doing these runs. If you did too much damage literally on one lackey, you would get the delay off, and then you'd have to wait an extra turn because like they don't run away. They run away on the second turn, but because you delay them, you don't actually get that. And for this particular piece of content, on this stage here, if you don't actually kill the Dex unit, she'll actually run away. As long as you kill Ivankov and the other Int unit, she just runs. But if you delay her, she hangs around and then actually loses a turn of the orb block. Another thing that I noticed with HINA when you are running content, like I did try Dofi 2 with HINA and like a hybrid Kaido sort of combo. If you do take red Haki or some sort of Haki ability, you actually lose the orb lock ability because it counts as a positive buff when you apply it, but it counts as a negative debuff when the enemy applies it. So just be mindful of that. And as you guys will see here, we still actually have 4 turns, but we actually lose it because Koala activates the red Haki. Nevertheless, they re-lock our orbs anyway, so we keep the lock slot for 1 more turn, and we are pretty much in pretty good stead from here on out. Utilizing Uta with this shenanigan is actually insane, because if you do bring something like Hiyori or Shirahoshi, whether it's Halloween Shirahoshi or V1 Shirahoshi, and you start with Rainbow Orbs or Wano slots, you can then activate Uta on stage 3, and then you basically have all the damage you need moving into the final stage. Hiyori's great because she can remove Binary Despair. V1 Shirahoshi Manchuri, they also remove 10 turns of a chosen debuff, like Attack Down, Burn, all of those really nasty shenanigans. So utilizing these characters together can actually work very nicely. Cerebral, incredibly stacked. You have characters like Carrot Wanda, who are absolutely amazing for speed farming and just tearing through content. And then if you look at the striker side of things, you also have characters like Kaido, Ace Yamato, and a lot of very powerful units there as well. So HINA, like, she fits in amazingly. Another really good thing about HINA is that she is a very good addition to the Quick color. Quick is still, in my opinion, or it's creeping on Dex a little bit with the release of stuff like Shanks, Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo, Yasop and Usopp, and now HINA. Quick is still quite low on the list. However, this HINA not only works really well with the Quick units that we have, like Law, Shanks, Ben Beckman, Lucky Roo, those types of characters and those types of teams, but she also opens the door to the Striker class. Now, Striker got a very quick rise to close to the top of the best classes in the game around Anniversary with stuff like Yamato and Ace and Kaido and Uta. Like, all of these characters and stuff like Yamato, all of these really strong, powerful characters that are Strikers can now work well with HINA and open the door to super bosses when you are taking on the strength variation, if you wanted to take down that route. But taking down Revolution Army 2 is actually a breeze for HINA, whether you want to run double HINA or not, because she gets around attack down, works nicely. But I really wanted to showcase the power of running Uta and HINA, as well as utilizing the All Block shenanigans to run a cerebral sort of Hiyori build, so that way you can actually just keep a whole bunch of One Orbs and how powerful that actually is. I'm starting to come around on the Hiyori hype a little bit. I still don't think she's as good as everyone's like raving on about. However, I do want to give her a lot more credit than I was giving her. As a sub, getting a full board of Wano Orbs, locking them, and then carry them into the next stage is a lot of extra damage, especially under a 5.25 times captain now. It's basically like a 1.5 times attack boost, if I'm being completely honest. It's very easily stacked on top of a lot of other stuff. And with the release of stuff like Super Tandem, it's very easy to see how that's become very powerful. So as you guys have seen here, like we've quickly made our way to the end of actually Revolution Army 2. And once we get to this final stage, we're literally not even using a special. We're just going to do Bing, Bang, Boom, and we're going to finish off Koala and Sabo. So that's going to wrap up the video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions of HINA in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, belt the like button for me. If you're new to the channel or you haven't done so already, hit the big red subscribe button. But most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, I thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Later!